one look, and I felt so hot. Ah, ah.
The Italian trains are okay. I wish they were a little faster and more frequent, had a little more room for luggage. Basically, I wish they were Japanese trains, but that's not happening. Parma, a city of 200,000, about an hour from Cremona, is a feast for the eye and the stomach. Like woebegone, all its citizens appear to be above average, stylishly dressed and discerning in matters of art and cuisine. Like Cremona, it is a mecca for musicians. Italy's greatest composer, Giuseppe Verdi, was born just outside the city, and the opera house is renowned for having the nation's most demanding and unforgiving audiences. The opera season does not begin for another month. As a visitor to a faraway place, you try to limit unwanted surprises, but you cannot account for everything all the time. Like how Parma's greatest treasures at the National Gallery cannot be viewed after 1:45 p.m. every single day. But it was a minor disappointment in a city that is its own open-air gallery. So many of the buildings here are this egg yolk and mustard color, known nationwide simply as Parma yellow. Parma's Piazza Duomo is not the gathering place you'd expect. The cathedral's bell tower is scaffolded, its facade a multitude of arches. A look at the gloomy interior raises the question, where are all the parishioners supposed to sit? One thing I found a bit unsettling about Parma was the number of American voices I overheard. This is a character defect of mine. Vapid, inane conversations are held in every language, but the problem is I can understand only those in English, and for a moment I missed Cremona, where this is never, ever an issue. A couple American visitors actually wheeled their luggage into the cathedral, rattling around from chapel to chapel. What, is there a taxi waiting outside? Their post-lunch, steamy, alcohol-laced breath drove me back into the sunshine. Ah, that's better. This is limone and pistachio, and A for presentation, a C- for flavor, and I missed Cremona all over again. But it is hard to imagine that Parma has a gastronomic peer. Even when I'm not hungry, its Parmigiano cheese, prosciutto, inventive pastas, and mouth-watering salumeria make my stomach growl. I cannot hold out forever and break down for an Italian palmier and a weighty cream-filled pastry from Pasticciero Torino. If I am lucky enough to revisit Italy and make Parma my home base, I would totally camp out here. The leaves are starting to turn in Parco Ducale on the west side. The weatherman guaranteed rain, but all day the sun fought on bravely. All is not light in Parma, however. Too many working-age young men are getting their buzz on in the middle of the day. For those between 25 and 34, The unemployment rate is a staggering 46%, and with negative growth last quarter, Italy has slipped yet again back into recession, an intractable problem even in the prosperous North. I hope I did not contribute to these optics. Witness the Torrente Parma, which is a beautiful blue ribbon on the map. I was reluctant to pay $1.40 to use the bathroom in the train station, so I stealthily climbed down into the riverbed. I apologize, Parma. I did not mean to pee in your showcase river, but I thought it was a drainage ditch, and I was just off the boat, as they say. This is the Steccata, the church of the wooden fence. It has a lot of heart and a strong presence, and sits in the Piazza Steccata, which features its own barber shop and hat maker, and seems to emblemize Parma. Snappy, practical, and deserving of a much longer visit. On the train ride home, I had a layover in Fidenza, a pretty town full of smiling Italians doing what they do best, hanging out.